So I actually work for Anheuser-Busch, or I did. I quit a few days ago. I'm still wearing my Bud Light shirt though. But if you really want to get back a Bud Light, don't be throwing your beers away. Don't be crushing them. Send them to their logistics office and send it as certified mail. Then they have to come out of their logistics office. They have to sign for the mail, which we're already understaffed at that office, but, I don't work anymore. I don't care. Send it as certified mail, so they have to sign for it. And then they're going to have hundreds of cases of Bud Light just sitting in the parking lot, or any product from Anheuser-Busch. It doesn't matter if you got one Michelob, if you got two Budweiser, or a whole case of Bud Light. Send it to this address. 1108 Georgia 16 Suite F, Noonan, Georgia. It's going to pop up as some kind of shell company, but this is the logistics office where I worked at. So send all your Anheuser-Busch products there, and let's just flood the parking lot.
All right, we got to talk about the obvious backlash that Bud Light is currently receiving right now ever since they partnered with TikTok superstar influencer Dylan Mulvaney and his rise to stardom, pushing the Skittles Mafia's Tyrannosaurus Rex agenda. It's been raising a lot of debate whether this was a smart strategy as far as marketing on Bud Light's part, or was it not? Did they alienate their entire customer base? We all see the online protests of people of what they will refer to us as right-wingers, backlash, and destroying Bud Light cans and running them over, shooting them with AKs, and so on and so forth.
This one's for all the men out there who work all day, come home, and just want to drink a cold beer. I haven't drank a beer in 5 years. I'll never drink Anheuser-Busch again in my life. So cheers to all the beers out there, but fuck Bud Light. God, that's good.
Before I even go any further, I just want people to understand that I don't care what Dylan Mulvaney does. I don't care what anybody that identifies as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I don't care if you're a part of that Skittles Mafia community. Live your life as your prerogative. I don't care. Just don't come trampling and over here where I live and what I got going on. So for me, even talking about this, it's more so to point out the hypocrisy and the idiocy of why they would decide to do that to appease a small percentage of our population and completely alienate a whole entire customer base. Especially the videos that are now floating around with Bud Light's VP in marketing saying that they want to do away with the whole fraternity drinking beer, as if they're not the ones drinking Bud Light. They want to do away with it. They need more inclusivity, that the brand was in trouble, it was dying, so on and so forth. But there was something specific that she said that I'm about to show you in the video that didn't make sense to me, that was just completely a hypocrisy, and it was just dumb. She said one of her focal points was representation of women. So in her mind, inclusivity and going out and finding a man that's gay and is a cross-dresser to promote this transgender agenda, she goes out to find a man to dress up and pose as a woman that is not a real woman, but to pose as a woman to sell more beer to women. Make that make sense.
I'm a businesswoman. I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light. And it was, this brand is in decline. It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light. So I had this super clear mandate. It's like, we need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand. And what I brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone. It means having a campaign that's truly inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appeals to women and to men. And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution. You've got to see people who reflect you in the work. And we had this hangover. I mean, Bud Light had been kind of a brand of fratty, kind of out of touch humor. And it was really important that we had another approach.
She forgot the most important rule. You don't alienate your existing customer base while going after new customers. The only KPI that I can possibly give this woman is the fact that she has us all talking about the brand. But her dumb wokeness, her agenda, the fact that she wants inclusivity that makes no sense, it cost the company $4 billion in 1 week. So no, it's not working. They don't let the media, don't let the Democrats, don't let the wokesters brainwash y'all or trick you into the psyops of thinking that there's more of them than there is of us, because it's not true. And I love what DC Drano put out. On March 31st, Anheuser-Busch had a $132.38 billion marketing cap. As of today, it's now $128.4 billion. You know what that means? The woke Bud Light campaign has already shaved off nearly $4 billion in the company's value. Don't let the Democrats lie. Conservatives continue to boycott. And this whole argument, this whole debate and discussion of, oh, well, they're targeting the Gen Zers and yada, yada, yada. Here's a main point that I think that a lot of people are forgetting. Right now, yes, they're beating us with media and social media, and it's obvious that this is a social experience or experiment in getting people to adopt this ideology. There is a lot of Gen Zers that are buying into this LGBTQP agenda, right? But the one thing that they are forgetting is as we age and we grow up, we become more conservative in the way that we live our lives. We outgrow the things that we did as we were children. Before I go any further, I also want to read something from this Fox article that came out. Bud Light suffers bloodbath after longtime loyal customers revolt against transgender campaign. Bud Light suffered a bloodbath this past weekend. Customers nationwide revolted against the nation's top-selling beer brand after it stepped recklessly into the culture wars last week with its new spokesperson, transgender TikTok star Dylan Mulvaney, according to the bar owners and the beer industry experts around the world. I love what this guy just said. I think society flexes its muscles sometimes and reminds manufacturers that the customers is still in charge. The customers are still in charge. But I want to skip down. Bud Light maker Anheuser-Busch is headquartered nearly St. Louis. No, that's not it. Here we go. Sales in Anheuser-Busch bottle products dropped 30% over the past week, while drought beer plummeted 50%, the owner said. Similar stories are found across the country. Bud Light normally outsells rival products Miller Lite and Coors Light 25-1 at Braintree Brew House in Massachusetts, which is a sports bar. Another thing, not this week, 80% of Bud Light drinkers order something else this week. Brew House owners Alex, I don't know how to say his last name, while the 20% who did order Bud Light weren't on social media and hadn't heard yet about the new transgender pitch person. They didn't order again, he said, after other patrons told them about what Bud Light did. So there is a large percentage of people that are still not on social media. You know, they don't keep up with this stuff that's trending on news and social media. They kind of going on with their life. But I'm sure once they hear the drift of what is taking place, they're not going to be buying into this crap. The fact of the matter is, this lady and her ideology, which is woke and is obviously costing the company dollars, they took a major hit. $4 billion is enough for someone to lose their job. Hopefully that's what's coming. But it is what it is. They put their arbitrary statement out and they've been silent ever since. But if we look at the avatar of beer drinkers, if we look up marketing, the avatar of beer drinkers, 80% of them are men. So it's clear that whoever this lady is and whoever signed off and made the decisions and they wanted to go along with the woke agenda like Disney Plus and them did, which cost them a shit ton of money as well, it's obvious that they are alienating their entire base, their entire customer base. So this argument that, well, maybe it is a smart move. Yes, they're taking an initial hit, but they got everybody talking about it, and negative press is good press, and yada, 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 and they're going after the Gen Zers. Well, we have to remember, yeah, right now it seems like the thing that's in, but people grow up. People put down childish things, and they start maturing, and they actually live more conservatively as they grow up. So I think that it's a major loss, a big L for the company to be promoting anything of the sort. But I'm not going to be long-winded. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are. Do you think that even though we, people that lean right, we don't like the fact that they are buying in and helping push this agenda, which is affecting all of us, especially when it comes to our kids. But do you think that this was a bad move? It was a major L for them? Or do you think that this was a good marketing strategy for the company? Even though you see the numbers and they're costing the money now, do you think the long play is going to be good for them? Let me know in the comments. I do read them. I really want to know. If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so that you get the notification every time I go live or put out a new video. I will be starting to go live soon, so you definitely want to be checking for that. As always, y'all, thank you. It's your boy, Craig Long 45. You can't make this shit up. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, oi.